What makes a truly terrifying serial killer in fiction? Is it their body count, their methods, or is it something far more unsettling? Their ability to make us understand them, even empathize with them. Today, we're ranking 7 of the most iconic fictional serial killers from movies and TV series, from worst to best. And trust me, best doesn't mean most moral. It means most compelling, most terrifying, and best written. Before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because we're about to get dark. Let's begin. Level 7, Ghostface. Coming in at level 7, we have Ghostface from the Scream franchise. Now, hear me out. Ghostface is iconic, no question. That mask is instantly recognizable, and the "what's your favorite scary movie?" line is burned into horror history. But here's the thing. Ghostface isn't really a character, it's a costume. Behind the mask, we've had different killers with different motives across the franchise. Billy Loomis and Stu Macher in the original were motivated by movie obsession and mommy issues. Later iterations gave us revenge plots, fame-seeking, and legacy kills. The problem? The kills are often clumsy, the killers frequently fail or get overpowered by teenagers, and there's no consistent psychology to study. Ghostface works as a slasher icon and a meta-commentary on horror films, but as an individual serial killer character, there's just not enough there. Still, you can't deny the cultural impact, which is why they make the list at all. Level 6, Jigsaw. At level 6, we have John Kramer, better known as Jigsaw from the Saw franchise. Now this is where things get philosophically interesting, because Jigsaw doesn't consider himself a murderer at all. His twisted logic? He doesn't kill people, he puts them in situations where they must choose to save themselves, usually through extreme pain and sacrifice. He sees himself as teaching people to value their lives. Cancer survivor John Kramer wants others to appreciate what they're wasting. The engineering and planning that goes into his traps is genuinely impressive from a fictional standpoint. But here's why Jigsaw ranks relatively low. His philosophy is deeply hypocritical. He claims to value life while creating scenarios with almost impossible odds. Many victims are chosen for minor infractions, not appreciating life enough. Really? That deserves being put in a reverse bear trap? What saves Jigsaw from ranking lower is Tobin Bell's incredible performance and the character's genuine conviction in his warped worldview. He's not sadistic for pleasure. He truly believes he's helping people. That delusion, that sincere belief in his mission, makes him deeply unsettling. But the repetitive nature of the franchise and increasingly absurd traps ultimately limit the character's impact. Level 5, Patrick Bateman. Level 5, Patrick Bateman from American Psycho. This is where our list gets truly psychological. Christian Bale's portrayal of the Wall Street investment banker by day, serial killer by night, is nothing short of mesmerizing. Bateman is the ultimate satire of 1980s yuppie culture, obsessed with status symbols, business cards, dinner reservations at Dorsia, and maintaining the perfect appearance. His internal monologue reveals an absolute void where empathy should be. He doesn't kill because of trauma or compulsion in the traditional sense. He kills because he feels nothing, and he's desperately trying to feel something, anything. What makes Bateman fascinating is the ambiguity. Did he actually commit these murders, or is it all in his head? The film deliberately leaves this unclear. His confession to his lawyer is dismissed as a joke. The apartment where he killed Paul Allen is spotless, on the market, with a realtor who denies everything. This ambiguity is brilliant because it doesn't matter. Whether the murders are real or fantasy, Bateman represents the moral bankruptcy and soullessness of corporate America. He's a scathing commentary on consumerism and toxic masculinity, but he ranks at level 5 because ultimately he's more symbol than person. We're not meant to understand Patrick Bateman. We're meant to be horrified by what he represents. Before we get to the top 4, if you're enjoying this deep dive into fictional psychology, do me a favor. Smash that like button and subscribe. If you haven't already, we've got more dark content analysis coming your way, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's next. Alright, let's continue. Level 4, Dexter Morgan. At level 4, we have Dexter Morgan, the blood spatter analyst and vigilante serial killer from the TV series Dexter. This is where our rankings get controversial because Dexter is, by design, a serial killer we're supposed to root for. Dexter was trained by his adoptive father, Harry, to channel his homicidal urges against other killers, people who slip through the justice system. He follows a strict code. Only kill those who truly deserve it, never get caught, and blend in by mimicking human emotion. What makes Dexter compelling across 8 seasons, well, let's forget that finale, is watching him gradually discover he might not be the emotionless monster he believes himself to be. His relationships with Rita, his sister Deborah, and his son Harrison reveal genuine emotional growth. The question becomes, was Dexter born a psychopath, or was he conditioned to believe he was one? Michael C. Hall's performance brings incredible depth to a character who claims to have no feelings. We see his internal struggle, his dark passenger, his desperate attempts to appear normal. The show explores whether a serial killer can be a good person if they only kill bad people, a moral quandary that kept audiences hooked for years. Dexter ranks at level 4 because while he's incredibly well developed and the show's exploration of nature versus nurture is fascinating, the episodic format and uneven later seasons diluted some of his impact. Still, as a character study of a self-aware monster trying to be human, Dexter is exceptional. Level 3, Anton Chigurh. Level 3, Anton Chigurh from No Country for Old Men. If you want to talk about pure, distilled terror in human form, this is it. Javier Bardem's Oscar-winning performance created one of the most chilling villains in cinematic history. Chigurh is a hitman, but calling him that feels inadequate. He's more like a force of nature, death personified. His weapon of choice? A cattlebolt pistol? His philosophy? Fate decides who lives and dies, often determined by a coin flip. That gas station scene where he makes the attendant call heads or tails is one of the most tension-filled moments ever put to film. What makes Chigurh so terrifying is his complete lack of conventional emotion or motivation beyond his own philosophical code. He doesn't kill for pleasure or even really for money. He kills because it's what he does. Because his targets broke rules, because a coin landed on tails. He's utterly rational in his irrationality. The Coen brothers created something genuinely unique here, a killer who represents the unstoppable nature of violence and fate. When he's injured in a car crash at the end, he simply treats his wounds and walks away, limping into the crowd. Death doesn't die, chaos continues. Chigurh represents the moral. You can't stop what's coming. He's not a person you understand or empathize with. He's a nightmare you survive if you're lucky. That philosophical depth and Bardem's haunting performance earn him the level 3 spot. We're about to reveal the top 2, and I know some of you are going to disagree with my level 1 pick. So drop a comment right now. Who do you think deserves the top spot? Let's debate in the comments. Now, let's get to level 2. Level 2, Hannibal Lecter. Level 2, Dr. Hannibal Lecter. Was there ever any doubt he'd be near the top? Anthony Hopkins' portrayal of the brilliant psychiatrist and cannibalistic serial killer is one of the most iconic performances in film history. And he won an Oscar for less than 16 minutes of screen time in Silence of the Lambs. What makes Hannibal extraordinary is his sophistication. This isn't a mindless killer, this is a man with exquisite taste in art, music, and cuisine. Yes, that cuisine includes people, but he's very particular about it. He's cultured, highly intelligent, and possesses an almost supernatural ability to read people and manipulate them. His relationship with Clarice Starling is the heart of Silence of the Lambs. It's not romantic exactly, but there's a connection there. A mutual respect between the student and the monster. Hannibal helps her because he finds her interesting, because she treats him like a person rather than just a beast behind bars. That escape scene? Absolute brilliance. The classical music, the violence, the artistry of it all. It's horror and ballet combined. Hannibal doesn't just kill, he performs. He creates tableaus. He's an artist whose medium is murder. Hannibal ranks at level 2 because he's the complete package. Terrifying, fascinating, intelligent, and portrayed with absolute perfection. He set the standard for sophisticated movie villains. There's only one character who surpasses him. Level 1, Joe Goldberg. Wait, what? Joe from You beats Hannibal Lecter? Hear me out. Joe Goldberg, portrayed brilliantly by Penn Badgley, is level 1 not because he's more terrifying than Hannibal, he's not. He's level 1 because he's more relevant, more insidious, and more reflective of modern danger than any other character on this list. Joe is a stalker and killer who uses technology and social media to hunt his victims. In an age where we share everything online, he represents a very real, very present danger. But here's what makes him truly disturbing. His narration makes us complicit. We hear his thoughts, we follow his twisted logic, and the show is designed to make us, at least initially, sympathize with him. He frames himself as the romantic hero, the nice guy who just loves too much. He's delusional, believing he's protecting the women he obsesses over, that he's the good guy in his own story. This is what makes Joe so brilliantly written and so deeply unsettling. He shows us how abusers and killers justify their actions to themselves. He's charming, he works in a bookstore, he's handsome, he seems sensitive. He's every red flag disguised as a green light. Across multiple seasons, we watch Joe repeat his patterns with different women, always believing this time will be different, this time his love will be pure. The show is a masterclass in showing how dangerous obsession masquerades as romance. Joe Goldberg tops this list because he's the serial killer for our time. The reminder that monsters don't always look like monsters, and that the most dangerous predator might be the one narrating his crimes in a way that almost makes sense. So there you have it. 7 iconic fictional serial killers ranked from worst to best. From the masked slashers to the sophisticated cannibals to the millennial stalker, these characters have terrified us, fascinated us, and made us question the nature of evil itself. What do you think? Did I get it right, or would you rank them differently? Let me know in the comments below. And remember, these are fictional characters. In real life, there's nothing compelling or fascinating about violence. These stories work because they're safely contained in fiction, allowing us to explore dark themes from a distance. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe out there.